Okay guys, so we're back at Arroyo Trabuco today and we're going to go talk to Bob Lasken, Golf Digest top 100 teachers in California. So I'm excited to go see what kind of tip he has for us. So I'm here with Bob Lasken and he's going to give us 2 tips that he sees in a lot of his players that he works with, and we'll go back to the gym and give you some exercises that'll help with those. And if you want more information about Bob Lasken, check out his website at 2minutegolf.com.
One of the biggest things that I see in my students, and it's a common error, is when golfers come through impact, instead of turning where they're going to turn back on the chair, they come off of the chair. And a lot of times this, Mike has helped out a lot of my students get the right flexibility and strength so they can make this great power move through the ball. So staying on the chair, that's a common error that I see much too often, but Mike's going to fix you up. One of the other big things that I see in people's swings is simply making a full shoulder turn, 90-degree shoulder turn back to the target. So, somebody like myself, I need, a little more hip turn to get this shoulder back here. But that flexibility, most golfers, they either kind of straighten their right leg, but Mike's going to give you the strength and flexibility to make a full turn. From that full turn, you're going to be able to get that club in a good power position and get a lot more power. So Mike's going to fix you up. He's going to get you a full turn, and that's what you need for more power.
All right, so here we are back in the gym. We just got back from Arroyo Trabuco, and Bobby Lasken gave us 2 really good tips that he sees in a lot of his players. The first one is staying on the chair, and the experts at Titleist Performance Institute have done a study, and 99% of the golfers that can't do one specific move have this fault. And that one move is called the overhead deep squat. And it's one of the assessments that we use when we test players. So what you want to do is try and take a 5-iron and put the 5-iron over your head just like this. Try and keep it behind your toe line. So that means don't go forward. And you're going to try and squat down as far as you can, keeping your heels on the ground. And you can see I'm coming all the way down. You want to make sure your legs go past parallel down this way and the club stays above your head and in front or behind your toe line. If you can't do that, there's a really good chance you're going to have that fault. So I'm going to give you 2 exercises that's going to help you to do that squat better, which is going to keep you on the chair. So the first thing you're going to do is find something to put underneath your heels, maybe like a phone book or any type of hard surface, and basically you're going to perform the exact same movement. So we're going to put the club over our head, keep our weight on our heels still, make sure the knees don't go out in front of your toes, and just squat down as far as you can go. You're going to find this a lot easier because what we do is we take the posterior chain out, which most people have weakness in, and we add that stability back there. So if you can do it really easy here, but you couldn't do it without this here, go back to some of our videos that work on the posterior chain or the glutes or the core and see some exercises there. But this is a really good way to get better at this squat, is to perform 8 to 10 repetitions and just go put the club over your head and squat down with that behind you. And then after you do 10, just step forward and see if you've gotten any better, because a lot of times that will make it even easier once you've stepped away from that. So the other thing that you can do to help with that squat, which is, believe it or not, going to help you with staying on the chair in your golf swing, is you're going to take some type of weight. I'm going to use the RMT club here from WEC Method, but take any type of weight to counterbalance your action. So what you're going to do here is you're going to, like I'm casting a fishing pole. On my way down, I'm going to go out, so that's counterbalancing. You can use a dumbbell or a medicine ball or anything like that, but I'm just going to go out and go down as far as I can. Now if you're standing, you don't have the weight and it was difficult for you to do, but this is really easy for you, there's a good chance that you have weakness in your core or you have some limitations in your shoulders that was causing you to come forward. So try those 2, the one with the heels up and then this one. Try about 10 reps of each of them, and that's going to help you stay on that chair a lot better. So the second tip that Bobby gave us was a really good one on getting more shoulder turn, and he recommends that we get a little bit more lower body turn. So what we want to make sure is if you're too tight where you can't make a full 90-degree shoulder turn, we want to make sure that your hips are flexible enough to stay consistent when they turn this way. So we're going to work on a little bit of lower body hip mobility on that right side. So what you're going to do is you're going to use something for stability here, and you're just going to step, you're going to lock your right foot in, And if you feel any knee pain here, you just want to stop. So you're going to lock your right knee in, and you're just going to step over 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and you're just going to keep trying to move your hip as far as you can and keep your upper body pretty stable. So that's going to work on the right side, what's called internal hip rotation. So you're going to step 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And you should feel that in your glute muscle and anywhere in that hip. You also want to do it on the other side because that's going to give you a bigger finish or a bigger hip turn on the finish. So try that exercise. That's going to help you get a little bit more consistency when you're turning that lower body to get more shoulder turn. So Bobby just gave us those 2 awesome swing tips, and then I gave you some exercises that will help you to either get rid of those faults or address those faults. And so what we're trying to do is just trying to show you the correlation between a golf instructor and a fitness professional and how we work together with them to get those swing fixes. So if your instructor gives you a tip that you want to see an exercise for, just let us know, send us an email or give us a call, and we'll see you next week with another instructor and another fit tip.